I am back, everybody. I am back. Sorry it took me a second. I just had to say goodnight. I'm going to bring up some music here. Just a little music to keep things interesting. Let's go for this. This tends to get the blood flowing. There we go. Okay, so now I have some ships to move. Four ships, okay. Oh yeah, Alpha 2.0 is out, man. Yes, 2.0 is out. I am damn excited myself. I hope you have fun with it, Alpha. Hey, Alpha, there's a straw poll up. It's to see if I should start a fresh game. If I should start a fresh game now that 2.0 has come out. I'd love to have your input on the straw poll as well, man. Okay, let's name these. I would love your input. Feel free to vote any way you want. I don't even know what the stats are on it. I have not checked it. Mott put it up. Oh, wait a minute. I hit the wrong button. Oh yeah, please let me know. I have not read them, man. I would love to know what's going on. It's been a busy day for me. I haven't had a chance to read them since they came out. But if you are a regular here, or if you hang out here and have come by here before, you are welcome to vote in the poll on whether I continue this playthrough up or I start a new one now that 2.0 has come out. It will be more modded. It will be more modded. I don't know how many new mods. It may not be that many. Okay. Going through my head thinking of what I need to do for this battle. I think I've got all the ships and weapons I need. I re-outfitted the carriers with corvettes and frigates. Well, corvettes and bombers now. So I'm not sure. Not sure what else I need. I don't think I need that much, honestly. Let's make sure the Hellhound doesn't have any new and interesting orders. Because sometimes the Hellhound will go, I don't want to stay here. Move all current orders and wait. And the Grease Lightning didn't either. Get out to one of the quieter docks.
All ex-military personnel, please report to Medbay 6 for bioweapons.
Yeah, I know one thing. If I do restart, I'm going to spend some quality time getting all the blueprints I can from the Talati before they're overrun by the Xenon. I'm going to do everything I can to make them happy so I get high enough to buy all the blueprints. Because, yeah, I can't buy them now. Kind of sucks. Don't think I've picked up any more loot to build stuff with. I don't think. Nothing worth talking about. Honestly, don't know why I'm yawning so much. I actually wanted to go to the other place. Maybe I'll go there. It's a little quieter. This dock is right beside the other docks that see a huge amount of traffic, so it tends to be very loud over here. You wouldn't think it would, seeing as how it's space. Here we go, a little quieter. Not by much. Oh, and look at that. The Grease Lightning landed right beside me. That's convenient. Tempted to pop in the Grease Lightning and speed up time, but I'm not going to. I think it's time to start moving some fleets. Archangel Fleet. Move all orders and wait. And go there. Now we gotta wait for the rest of my destroyers to get there. Oh, and of course, one of my destroyers is in this system where I don't want it, fighting something here.
Awaiting orders.
Ear itch, sorry. It's a problem with earbuds. The defense ships. Titus Miss and Unholy Retribution. Okay. They're getting there. They're getting there. I want to get those into position down here. Get them defending the station. When it comes down to it, the amount of Minotaurs I've got defending that station should actually keep it safe. I've got something on the order of 12 now or something like that. So, I mean, technically that should be enough, but I don't know if it is. We're gonna pull the battle group anyway, though. Let's pull the West Virginia battle group. That should bring the... Well, no, you know what? I'm going to click on the whole fleet. As I have discovered that sometimes they are stupid. Sometimes the whole fleet is stupid. What the hell just happened? What the hell just happened? You're bloody kidding me. What in the hell just happened? I'm not even sure what the hell just happened. I somehow took them all out of the fleet. And now I'm missing some. I mean, technically I'm missing one, but that's not bad. 24 fleet's plenty. Okay, all of you go there. There we go. Okay, that'll get everybody moving. Oh, don't tell me.
Awaiting orders.
It's not the Ilu that's not in there, is it? Nah, the Ilu's there. No, Alpha, it's really hard for me to say what my favorite part of this game is. Because I love building a nation, building an economy, and everything like that. I'm a little more bloodthirsty because this is a stream playthrough. I tend to be a little more conflict set in my streams because people like to see a little more conflict in their games sometimes. So. And I don't mind a little conflict. I like conflict. It's fun in this game. And I do like fleet battles. I am a fan of fleet battles. They are fun. I like doing them. I mean, enough so that if it turns out that the vote goes that I'm starting over, I may throw my fleets against all of the Ministry of Finance stations and destroy those just to be an asshole. Because I hate the Ministry of Finance. Everybody else hates the Ministry of Finance. Yeah, I figured you were going to go there, Fortress, and I agree entirely.
Order completed.
Death to the Ministry of Finance. If I can clear Matrix 451, and we've got some time left, I may throw them at the Ministry of Finance anyway. Because I want them gone. They have like 3 stations. They have no worthwhile, unique ships, in my opinion. I may destroy them on theory. But I do like fleet battles, but they're probably not my favorite. Fortress, the exact same thing happened to me. The exact same thing happened to me. The Ministry went from, you're not bad, to we hate you in no time flat. Oh, the temptation to fly down there and blitz those things to death. But Fortress, that exact same thing happened to me. Is they went from we love you to you get to die now in no time. But when it comes down to it, just remember this. Ministry of Finance has got 3 real stations. Well, I guess they've got more than 3 now because they've built a few others. They have, I guess, 5 now that I can find. I take out those 5 stations and they are basically dead. And I may take out their wharf and their shipyard first. I don't like them. You hear me? I don't like them at all. I think they're a right bunch of assholes. I got a little bit more money in the bank now. I mean, it's not a lot. As I said, I need to park a combat ship in every system. That would be convenient. I gotcha. Yeah, but Alpha, I will remind you, this stream, or this playthrough, 110 hours of it, that I have streamed, is, was started at the 1.6 beta. So, I'm playing devil's advocate there. I don't want people to feel bad if they really would like to see a new me start over again. By the time the Xenons started attacking in force in this game, I was ready to kill them. The Xenon attacked and I beat them with a hammer. They attacked again, I got the hammer back out. They attacked a 3rd time and I went, I can drive nails all day, mother. And just a reminder, everybody, if you'd like, if you want to do a favor for a good channel and a good guy who's supported my channel, if you'd like to just pop over real quick and throw a, hey, I didn't say anything yet, stick around. If you would like to do something nice and help out a friend of the channel, Lance Patchwork needs 1 follow to get affiliate, where he can start getting people subbing and he can start getting bets. So if you guys would, he's already got my follow. I can't do it. He's already got mods too. But if somebody would like to go over there and throw him a follow, as I said, he's a friend of the channel here. He's good people. Scroll back in the chat, click on his name, and give me a second. I think I can do it myself. What? Is it an exclamation point? Oh, it's an exclamation point, that's why. There we go. That's his channel. If you just want to hop over there, if somebody wants to hop over and give him that 1 follow, I would appreciate it. I would. He is good people. I have never seen bad. He's a decent guy. And he's a streamer, and he's 1 away from affiliate. Just 1. And I know how that feels. I remember being just 1 away from affiliate. And I wanted to just hop to people. I didn't. But Lance is allowed to do it here. He's allowed to toot his own horn here. I have no problem with it. As I said, he is good people. He has raided me so many times. I've raided him in return. He's a good guy. Well, I appreciate that, Alpha. I appreciate you already following. I do. I mean, I don't want to push into, if you don't want to, you don't even have to tell me. I'm not trying to guilt anybody. I'm not going to go through. Oh, thank you, Onyx. Thank you, Onyx. You are awesome, man. Thanks so much. I just don't want to, and no one's guilted into it though. So, but I know how it feels. I know how it feels. I've been there. The bad thing also about this is I have not been able to build my super station yet. I have plans on a super station, max size building plot, and it's going to look like a freaking city floating in space. That's how I feel about it too, Onyx. That's how I feel about it too. I wasn't exactly brought up that way, that's just the way I became. I was brought up in a really terrible way. But that's another story. But that's how I am now. I'm a firm believer in you help people out. You do. You help people out. Too many people like one away from affiliate, or hell, I'm the type of guy, a homeless guy asks me for some money for food, I'll go make him a sandwich. I give him money for food, but I tend not to ever have cash. Mott won't let me. Yep, Onyx, I'm drawing out the fleet for an assault on Inimus Zura. It's just kind of the way I work. Mott doesn't let me have money anyway. It's less fun saying that when she's not around, because I like to get her response. But she's right now upstairs with the boy, getting him to go to bed. He did very well in school today. He's done, that's 3 weeks of very good behavior in school. So I'm hoping he's rounded a corner. He's got the same problem his old man did. He's bored in school. Only he's also incredibly shy. So whenever people talk to him and ask him, test him and stuff, apparently they're doing a lot more testing in kindergarten than they did when I was a kid. But when they test him, he pretends like he doesn't know. And it's causing some problems. I never did homework. I aced my tests, but I hated homework. I thought it was stupid. I was like, I don't want to do work at home. I want to have fun at home. I want to go out and hang out with friends. I don't want to sit at home and do homework. I was like, I aced my tests. Oh yeah, school is way different. Oh, I know. He's learning to read in kindergarten. He's learning addition in kindergarten. I didn't learn that. Hell, I didn't even learn cursive until 2nd grade, and they don't even teach that anymore. Cactus? Oh, I would. The problem is I'm not a good teacher. Not for stuff like that. If he were older, I could teach it. In the words of a guy out of a great movie, that Road Trip, I can teach a monkey Latin if I can find a frame of reference to feed it to him. I taught my dad how to build a computer. And my dad is a very hands-on type guy. He's a master carpenter and stuff like that. But he is not tech savvy. Last time he was tech savvy, he was in the military. So, yeah, he's not tech savvy at all. But I taught him how to build a computer. I just explained it to him in ways that he understood. We have relatively good schools in my state. I know, because every time they get less good, all the teachers go on strike, and it makes national news. We tried putting them in a private school that the in-laws helped pay for, but the private school was very cliquish, and we weren't the right people. So, the right people being 6 figures a year. We weren't 6 figures a year and 7 figures in the bank. we weren't those people, so we kind of got very encouraged, and they finally said, we don't want to have your kid come back next year. And then they banned me from campus because I got angry about it. I didn't even swear. I was proud of myself. Mom was proud of me. I didn't even swear. So, the bad thing is, it was the best school in town. But what can you do? What can you do? He was in preschool too. That's the worst part. The good thing is he hadn't made any permanent friends there because he was in preschool. So it wasn't like we were ripping him out of a school he had gotten very used to, which was a good thing. But I'm still pretty peeved about it. It's a rather sore spot for me. And by sore spot, I mean rage-inducing, want to punch people. Oh, excuse me. Old stories, old info. Okay, the new defense fleet is just about here. I'm kind of keeping an eye on it. That's why I haven't hopped over with the fleets that are moving up to Inamazura, is I'm kind of keeping an eye and waiting for that fleet to get into position. Because if a concerted Xenon... Yeah, exactly. Onyx, exactly. Well, we live in a town that the town was basically... The town's very old. But the town was kind of, during Prohibition, it was overrun by, let's say, people of a certain occupation of an Italian background. During the Prohibition, a lot of alcohol was made in this state, and the mafia had a lot of hand in it, and the families are still here, and they're still wealthy.
Greetings.
So, yeah, exactly, rum runners and the like. Only in our case, it was moonshine. But the families are still here and still quite wealthy, and this was the school all their kids went to. Well, regardless of how my last name sounds, I am not Italian. I think any Italian in me is exceptionally small. I'm not going to do a DNA test to find out, but it's exceptionally small amounts of Italian if there's any Italian in me. And while I have had nothing but good experiences with every other Italian person I've ever met, I lived in Chicago. I met Italian people all the time. And even in my hometown, my family was best friends with the Colombo family. And I think they were still mafia, but they were great. I mean, they had kids our age. We hung out and had fun. They also had the biggest house in town. It was a fun place to play around in. Oh, I'm not even 1,024th. Although it's funny you say that. Contrary to the way I look, I'm actually 1/8 native. And that's actually confirmed, because if you look at my dad, it's real obvious he's a quarter. And if you look at my grandmother, it's obvious she's a quarter, and my grandfather was a half. So, and they were very obvious.
Order completed.
Honestly, if you look at my uncle, you'd kind of wonder if I was Hispanic, because my uncle is the spitting image of Cheech Marin, complete with the handlebar mustache, and smoking a lot of certain medicinal herbs. Just leave it at that. So,
Awaiting orders.
okay, my fleets are getting into position. The fleets are arriving on location.
Awaiting orders.
See, this is what I was... Oh, no, that's the ship I already have. Okay, we have 2 of the destroyers down here. I'm not worried about it anymore. Those are well-made destroyers. Yeah, but, yeah, my son, who is blonde hair, blue eyes, and his skin is basically see-through like his mother's, clear. He's actually a 16th native. Go figure. Mine's never been a big deal. It's never been something I really worried about all that much. But, well, you know, I never applied for scholarships, but apparently being an 8th native, if you can prove it, and we've got the documentation and everything. If you're an 8th native, you're actually qualified to live on some reservations in the United States. Which, I hate to say it, I wouldn't want to live there. I'd rather they come and live here, but a lot of those reses are not nice places to live. And I feel terrible about it. Yeah, I know, I qualify, I do. But I don't. I don't go there.
Awaiting orders.
Because I don't need to ride it. I don't need it, and there are guys out there who need it more, with more blood in them than I have. There are guys out on those reses that the future they have looking forward to is a laborer or drinking a lot. Nah, they deserve better than that. And they don't need some guy who looks more white than any Native American taking their shit. So, only time you see my native is if I'm out in the sun for a while. Because I don't tan, I turn dark. And at that point, I look a little more native. But right now, I mean, I'm a white guy. I may be technically mixed race, but I'm a white guy. So, it's the way it works. I'm not one of those people that takes a DNA test, finds out that they're 1/100th some other race, and have to proceed to go nuts and make a big deal about it. Now, Sven, I want you to know that's beautiful, and I actually have more respect for you now. But to be fair, with where you're from, is this surprising to you? It's not surprising to me. It may not be the norm where you live. Yes, Sven, if you haven't figured it out from his name, is not American. Not Canadian either. Yeah, he's a bit Nordic.
Awaiting orders.
That's about accurate, Onyx. Well, I'm a genetic mutt. You trace back our family tree, and it connects to so much. I won't take a genetic test because I have my reasoning. But I know for a fact that I am a tremendous genetic mutt. So, and that's really all that matters to me. I don't fit in anywhere but where I am. I mean, my mom's maiden name was Graham. That's a wee bit Irish. That's just a little bit Irish. And my family name actually traces back to France, where there's apparently a town named after me. Well, named after the family name.
Order completed.
Yeah, Sven, but still, if it came down to it, if there was going to be somebody I talked to on my stream who had Viking ancestry, it'd be you or Zorb. Sorry, but that's kinda. I got you, Onyx. Well, I've got French in there. I think that's maybe an 8th or no, that's a 16th, I believe. As I said, I'm a weird mix. The only thing I'm not is I'm not German. I'm not Italian. I'm pretty sure there's no African ethnicities mixed in with mine. Beyond that, Irish, Scottish, English, a little bit of everything else. My family came from everywhere, and we married into everywhere else. Oh, go for the young gun, man. It's fun. Do the young gun. Do the young gun, or do the entrepreneur and play hard mode. And I guarantee you will be playing hard mode. The Xenon Push, that station you get is in a system the Xenon Push destroyers into on a regular basis. And remember, there's a bunch of modded starts too. Some of those still work. Holy crap, will my ships please?
Order completed.
Who are you? Oh, you're a defense ship, and you just want to kill this guy, don't you? Will you please, Virginia, will you please go through that gate? Thank you. Okay, who in the hell is over here now? Oh no, he left. Okay. No problem with that. Vanilla is perfectly fine. It's one of my favorite flavors of ice cream. It's my favorite flavor of astronaut ice cream. Yes, Onyx, rum rations are starting to be a problem again. Where are you going? Where are you going? Where in the silly shit are you going? Is the West Virginia not here?
Awaiting orders.
Is the West Virginia still over here? Has it not come through yet? I don't think the West Virginia's come through. So everybody's arriving on target and going, where's our ship? So I was looking up,
Awaiting orders.
I want to get a food freeze dryer. Because I watched the King of Random play with one, their channel. And I am an insane... Makes sense, Alpha. Makes sense, man. Makes sense. But I am a huge fan of astronaut ice cream. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I do. I love astronaut ice cream. Astronaut ice cream, the freeze-dried ice cream sandwiches, I love them. I could eat it all day.
Awaiting orders.
Probably a good thing they don't have a place around here that sells a lot of it. So I love it. So I was looking up, well, I could make my own. I just have to get a freeze dryer. Dehydrator doesn't even cost $100. I was all excited. I was like, a dehydrator doesn't cost $100. Freeze dryer can't be that bad. I was wrong. Freeze dryers start at a little over $2,000. I mean, I could even get the nitrogen, the liquid nitrogen that you need for a freeze dryer. I have access to that. I live in an area where there's actually a lot of high-tech industry.
Awaiting orders.
You can buy it, but a freeze dryer is going to cost me. A freeze dryer is going to cost me over $2,000. I thought about putting up a bits goal for it, but I didn't think you guys would want to see a bits goal of $200,000. See if people wanted to buy me a freeze dryer. Where in the hell are you going? Okay, where's the West Virginia? Did the West Virginia never get out of there? The Trinity Sanctum 3. It's one jump away. Why are you going back through, you dirty, stupid idiots? The West Virginia is going to come through. Yeah, Onyx, it's not cheap. That's US. I don't know what the exchange rate between the United States and Canada is right now. I know it's not too bad, so you have a good idea of what that's going to cost. So, yeah. It's so expensive, they have payment plans. They have freaking payment plans. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're bouncing. Well, I just gotta get the West Virginia through that gate, and then once the West Virginia comes through that gate, all the rest of the ships will stop going, okay, I'm on site, I gotta go find my mommy, and then run back to the West Virginia. You know, this is just way too intense a music for what is basically a, ooh, this is an 80s feel. Is it? I have no idea, Onyx. Although if I ever get a chance to come up to Canada, several things I like in Canada, specifically the Sprite Slurpees. It's what I loved when I went to Canada. They had Sprite Slurpees in their 7-Eleven. It was one of the greatest things I've ever had in my life. Is that bad? That's my reasoning. I think with my stomach when I think about different places. Not Japan. Japan, I have other reasons I want to go, because I just love Japan. I wouldn't live there. Way too many natural disasters, unless I lived in one of the really stable areas. But, well above tsunami lines. But, most of the places I remember because of the food I've had there. I'm not a foodie. I'm actually a very picky eater. I'm an insanely picky eater. After the military, I don't have to eat whatever comes out of the pouch when we're sitting in the field, or I'm warming it up on the back of an Abrams. My wife has gotten used to it after 12 years. Jammin' 3, the jammining. Yeah. You still have them? Oh man, Onyx, don't tell me that. Do you know, you can't find those in America. Now, don't get me wrong, they had a lemonade.
Order completed.
Getting harassed. I should really just build a whole bunch of defense stations all through this area over here. Just all through this area. And be like, you know what? Harass at your own. I'm not a ketchup person. My wife is. My son is. My wife has a t-shirt that says, I eat ketchup on my ketchup. She loves ketchup so much. My son would eat ketchup on his ketchup. But not me. We actually had ketchup flavored chips in the US for a while too. Lay's put them out. I know you guys have them normally. To be fair, do you guys have the pickle flavored chips now? Lay's put out pickle flavored chips. I thought that was funny. Oh, come on, will you people get into position? I've got people that want to watch a war. Still flavored, it basically is the same thing. It's basically the same. Now where's the big question is, where's the Virginia? Oh, the Virginia's already there. I'll be damned. For you, Sven, that is true, and honestly, for me, it's true. But a lot of people, remember, over here, ketchup is life for so many. Ketchup is the food for so many, man. I'm serious. Ketchup is the hotness. Okay, now, as we have the fleets there, I'm going to take the Hellhound, which should have torpedoes now. I'm going to take the Hellhound over there and drop a satellite so I can target lock stations as we're going in, or target lock ships as I'm going in. I don't expect the satellite to last very long. I really don't. I expect the satellite to last about 5 seconds. There we go. It's a bit loud. For me. I know it's not that loud for you guys. No, I have no idea, Onyx, but there's a spoof on the How It's Made series of videos that they do on Discover or the Learning Channel or one of those things. They have a show called How It's Made, and they take you to a factory of various factories of whatever is being made. And they made a spoof on it of how ketchup is made. And it turns out it's made of congealed blood, angel tears, stuff like that. And every time that somebody posts that on Facebook, it just gives me the giggles. And you think it's funny, watch a retired staff sergeant get the giggles. And whenever it comes up, I send it to Mott and she gets mad at me. Because as I said, she really likes her ketchup. And so does my son. Okay, let me tell you how much my wife likes ketchup. I'm doing a travel anyway, so it's story time with Uncle Ghost. My wife, when she was in school, there's another joke here, but I won't say it right now. My wife, when she was in school, when she was in middle school, they decided to switch over from Heinz ketchup. They decided to switch over from Heinz ketchup to an incredibly generic ketchup. Incredibly generic. It wasn't even red, as I understand it. It was kind of brown. And my wife, as I said, middle school age, ran a campaign in the school to have them go back to Heinz ketchup. To the point where she finally got a meeting with the school principal, and he couldn't see a problem, and she pulled a packet of the terrible ketchup out of her pocket. Pulled a packet of the terrible brown ketchup out of her pocket, and I think she had a fry or something, put it on the fry and forced the principal to eat it. And amazingly enough, a week later, they had Heinz ketchup packets for the school's lunches. Yeah, it's still one of my favorite stories. Her family just laughs when they talk about it because her family was pretty far into the school. I mean, they were part of the parent-teacher association, all the stuff like that. And her mother was a school teacher in the same district. So it got around about Mott's mother or Mott's mother's daughter fighting for ketchup. So now here's the funny part. And I think I've told this story before, but I've got a couple of new people here. So Mott grew up in a town called P-O-C-A. Poca. That was the name of the town. Poca. So the town, the middle school in the town was the Poca Middle School. So they decided to write the initials in hedges out in front of the school. So the school had a big PMS written in hedges out front. I'm sure all the men and women who are watching have some idea of where the joke is there. Well, she also went to Poca High School. And because they wanted it to be, they had a lot of pushback on the mascot they had. So the school decided, this is before she went there, that they were going to thumb their nose at everyone and they adopted the mascot of the Dots.
Jumpgate, Yanamus Zura.
DOTS. So the school and the students that went there and the football teams were the Polka Dots. Their mascot was a guy in a big round red dot who danced around. Welcome to West Virginia. I hope you enjoy your stay.
Awaiting orders.
Oh, I'm passing through my fleets. No, it was red and something else. No, it was red and something else. But yeah, you get the point. They were the polka dots. That's what they were.
Entering system, Yanamus Zura.
Okay, let's go see if I can drop a... Why are there so many Ministry build ships in this system? You guys see the Ministry of Finance build ships on my radar? They're the only red build ships for me.
Awaiting orders.
And they're building something. I don't know what he's building. I wonder if they're rebuilding the station.
Awaiting orders.
I wonder if he's not rebuilding it. Well, it looks like he was getting ready to build and then something happened. And I'll bet you I know what happened. Yep, there they are. That's what happened. Ministry can try to take over this sector. If anybody's going to take over this sector, it's going to be me. The Ministry's going to have to deal with me trying to take over their sectors. I'll tell you what. Okay, we have an advanced sat on location for now. I don't know how long it's going to last. Now we are taking this over to a defense platform that supposedly calls itself a factory. Oh yeah, there's Xenon. Oh no, the Xenon may be taking it over now, but not for much longer. Palomino, because the Ministry are a bunch of uptight assholes. And they have been nothing but mean to me in every playthrough. Every playthrough, the Ministry has been buttholes to me. That's why I'm mean to them. And if you look, they're red to me now. And you know why they're red? Because there were some ships that were flying their colors, pirating, and when I blew them up, the Ministry got mad. So the Ministry can get a spoon and eat my ass. That's what my opinion of them is. The Ministry can get a great big spoon and just eat it all up. I don't like them.
Docking granted.
I have no idea what we're listening to right now. I feel like I should be dancing to it though.
Awaiting
And they called it a mine.
Successfully docked.
And he went back to Moria.
It's an honor
Died
to have
there.
you.
No, he didn't. He went back to Moria, fought, and then eventually joined Legolas in the Undying Lands. That's right. It feels like 90s techno. Actually, this feels like 80s techno, dude. We won't talk about 80s techno. Because we can't talk about 80s techno without having a keytar. You know, the keyboard guitar? Yeah, you can't talk about 80s techno until you have one of those. I can play some 80s techno. Gimli, yeah. Yeah, that's right, he did, Onyx. I was thinking of, there was another dwarf that went and cleared out Moria. There was another dwarf, and I'm trying to remember who it was. And I just, for the life of me, cannot remember which dwarf it was that cleared it out. I told you guys I'm a geek. You guys knew this. This is nothing new. I do believe it's time to bring them through. Now, if I want to play some 80s techno, give me a second. I'll play you some 80s techno. Oh no, it's this is it. There it is. You guys will know this song. That'll probably get me in trouble.
Awaiting orders.
This is 80s techno. Yeah, I know, Onyx. Yeah. I would hope so. I know you're old, Onyx. You're an old fart like I am. I knew you knew what this music is. And Onyx, just by the gate. 1, 2, 3, 4 abandoned ships. And that's just by the gate of Inamus Zura. Right here. 4 abandoned ships. And there are more in this system. I just can't remember. Oh, there's one. Yeah, there's a Vulture, that's 5. There's a Peregrine Vanguard, that's 6. Oh, war is big, but if I want to talk to somebody, well, Alpha's doing it right now. Alpha, you have to tell me how the Xenon react. I need to know how the Xenon react, Alpha. I want to know if they start coming through hard immediately. Because just professional curiosity at this point. I really want to know. And I apologize for everybody who hates 80s music. I grew up with it.
Awaiting orders.
I was dating girls when people were still listening to this music. Dating girls. And unlike normal West Virginians, they weren't my sister.
Awaiting orders.
I'm waiting for the fleets to come through. Oh, Onyx. I like 60s too. And we're not going to talk about the 90s because my mama taught me if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say nothing at all. Don't get me wrong, there was some good music that came out of the 90s, but there wasn't much. I did not enjoy the 90s music scene. I mean, don't get me wrong, I liked techno. I did. What the hell just popped up? Something just popped up. Twitch is having problems today. What in the hell? Is my stream, like, moving okay? Okay, just making sure. I mean, hell, I don't even have that much of a delay right now. Yet the Twitch app, you got dropped earlier. Okay, well, the Twitch app just went, I can't connect to the internet. And I looked over and saw that I still have a good connection. I still had a great connection. But it was going, no, we can't connect. Yeah, no, you can. No, we can't. But that was just the Twitch app box. It's also very good for downloading Minecraft mods. That's actually how I ended up getting it initially. Is I got the Twitch app because it was the way you did a lot of Twitch mods or a lot of Minecraft mods. So yes, but that is what I consider 80s techno right there. That is 80s techno for me. This is new retro wave, apparently, is what it's called. Oh no, I believe it. I just was making sure, Onyx. I get nervous. So I know I've got some people here who are watching. I know they're probably a little bored watching my ships sail through the void. Not doing nothing yet. Yet. Have they destroyed my satellite yet? I'm surprised they haven't. If I put my satellite close to this station, they obliterate it. But apparently I can put it right here, and they won't. Just understand, they're going here, they're going to blow up these, and then they're going to go in there. Because honestly, I'm not worried if I leave these destroyers behind. They'll come home. Once their system's getting attacked, they will come back to their home base, and I will defeat them in detail there. I will defeat them in serious detail there. I am just waiting for all of my ships to get through. Oh, good. Yeah, you better run, you little turd. Sorry, about, I'd say a third of my ships are still in Bright Promise, along with one of my carriers. But it's getting smaller every moment. I still feel like this is loud, and I even turned it down. Oh well.
We would like to remind all visitors to visit our special sales area close to the casino.
Awaiting orders.
What in the hell are you doing?
Awaiting orders.
Please tell me you still have something resembling your air wing. The midway is not even close. Well, luckily, I'm not using most of the, Oh, it is. It's chasing bad guys. It's not supposed to. Okay, let's pause this thing now before it decides to randomly pick another fight. The one problem when you get to bigger fleets in this game. No, Ilu's probably on location where he's supposed to be. Ilu's been following orders. Sort of. Why are you guys not moving? You're supposed to be here.
Incoming ship. Docking crews to stand by.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna... Ilu may not be here. He ducks out usually about 2.5 hours in. So he may not be here still. I understand. I mean, he's got to sleep and everything. So
Awaiting orders.
okay, how many more? There's another Slain Six-Pack is sitting in Bright Promise being an idiot. They're not even
Awaiting
fighting.
orders.
Okay, now is that the the Slain's here. Okay. Okay, you two idiots, pull your heads out and get here.
Awaiting orders.
I'm sorry, I've got to wait for the Midway to get here. At least the Midway is on its way. It's in Trinity Sanctum. It's 2 systems away. Of course, it's got its head clean up its butt just like that. So, there's a limit to what I can do about it. Who? Yeah, he needs more money. He needs 5.4 scale plate green. So we need to go to
Order
5.2. We'll go to 5.3.
Awaiting orders.
How much more does he need to build his freaking station? How much more money do you need? None. Got it. Thank you.
Awaiting orders.
So now it's just time. Because time.
Customers are reminded that wares on the station are sold without warning.
Awaiting orders.
Yes, it is. Crap. I've got a Xenon. Okay, he's not getting close.
Order completed.
This is how I know the Ministry of Finance are bad. That's a Ministry of Finance construction vessel. What, do you not like my... Oh, the singing, yeah. Kay and Katana, yes, they have fixed turrets. They have very much fixed turrets. To the point where beams are no longer your best bet. Pulse is very good, so are... when you're talking about large ships, you want pulse, bolt, and a little bit of beam. And for your large, if you're going against other capitals or ships or stations, you want plasma. For medium ships, you want pulse or bolt with a little bit of shard cannons. Yeah, the construction vessel is driving right by a Xenon I-class destroyer, and the Xenon I is not destroying it. That's how you know the Ministry of Finance is bad. They're in league with the Xenon. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But yes, they did fix turrets. Turrets are functional
We would like
now.
to remind all visitors to visit our special sales area close to the casino.
But on a medium ship, especially if you think you are going to be fighting much in the way of small craft, Pulse is good because it does good shield, good hull, not great, but it does good on both. Okay, Fortress, good night, bud. Take care. I hope I see you tomorrow. Sleep well, my friend. Sleep well. Now, dear God, are my fleets are all... Nope, still missing a carrier. Yep, still missing a carrier.
Order
Where's the
completed.
Midway? Bright Promise. Good. One system away. All right. I will say one thing. Capital turrets and medium turrets themselves are still underdamaged. They track well, but they're still a little underdamaged compared to your forward-firing weapons. So a Nemesis is still probably your best frigate, corvette, whatever, medium ship. Nemesis is still a great one. When you get to the point, buy the blueprint, build them yourself. It's what I do. And I built, oh God. Anybody want to hazard a guess at how many Nemesi? Yeah, that sounds right. How many Nemesi I built? I'm pretty sure it's over 100. I've probably lost half of them.
We would like to remind all visitors to visit our special sales area close
Man,
to
I'm
the
grinding.
casino.
200 sounds right, because I always do them in big lots. And I tend to always do them in groups of 10.
Order completed.
Oh, come on, Midway. Oh, we're not gonna... Onyx, I'm not even gonna hazard a guess on heavy fighters. How
Order
many heavy
completed.
fighters I built, Pulsars and Eclipses? I'm not even gonna try to guess how many. 1,000, maybe more. I have no idea. A lot.
Order completed.
I built, I'm approaching close to 50 capital ships. Well, 50 destroyers. Six carriers, I think. Nah, maybe five. Maybe 5 carriers. I haven't lost any, but I've got some guarding other places. So,
Beggars are operating on this factory.
well, ladies and gentlemen,
Please do not
you know what time it is?
encourage these professional beggars.
I know what time it
If you
is.
have any spare credits, please
Awaiting orders.
Do you all know what time it is? It's time for me to blow up some Xenon. You guys interested in watching me blow up some Xenon? Maybe? Does that sound appealing? Whether it does or it doesn't, it's about to happen. I'm saving the carriers for hard target hits. Stationary defenses. Oh, it is. It's about that time. It's about that time. You want the other bad news? It's also break time. I should have waited until they were really close before I paused it. That would have been so much worse. Okay, everybody. It is time. It has been an hour and a half since my last break. I'm having a great time here. I cannot wait to pound the hell out of these Xenon. But I'm going to take a 5-minute break here, get up, stretch my back. Again, for those that are new, the doctor informed me that if I do not get out of my chair somewhere between an hour and 15 and an hour and 45 minutes, it'll be very difficult for me to get out of my chair afterwards because I've got some pretty significant military caused back problems. So I'm going to take a 5-minute break, get up, stretch my back, make sure the boy got to sleep. So I will leave the music on and a little bit of hold music, for lack of better terms, or break music. And I will see everybody in about 5. Be right back.